Hello dear traders, welcome to another live webinar. My name is Angelo, as you can see on your screens, and here again, back again. Hope you guys didn't miss me. Ready for another video on trading. Today we're going to do a video on trending strategy for Forex trading. If you have been watching the previous webinars, you may notice that we have done a very similar setup webinar for binary trading. So if you are a binary trader and you haven't watched that one, then I highly recommend watching it, because it is for a trending strategy for binary trading with a very similar setup to today. If you are a binary trader and you're interested in starting with Forex trading, then this video is perfect for you. I do have an eye on the chat, and I see Alexander right on cue writing hello from Ukraine. Hello back to you, Alexander, from all of us over here, and hopefully all the audience watching. Javeen watching us from Sri Lanka. Welcome, Javeen. I did see some comments before earlier from other traders. I see Mr. Richards wrote, "Great day trader waiting for live education." Always good. Education is always good for all traders. I've been trading for the best part of a decade, and I'm always looking for more things to learn. And then I see Mr. Khan wrote, "Please make in Hindi language." We do have quite a few Hindi webinars on our channel already. We are going through some complication with our Hindi speakers currently, so we are having it on the afterburner, but we hopefully will get them back soon. Let me know, guys, on the chat how everyone is doing, where you're watching from, if you had some good trades recently, if you want to share some of your results without going into too many details. And like always, if you do have any questions or any suggestions for future videos, let us know. I see Ashish writes hello back to you as well. Mr. Mohammed writes from Somalia, welcome. Laos, lovely. Hello FC from Laos, beautiful. From India, I see here, Ashish writing again. Lovely, guys. So I have an audience, which is brilliant. If you do find anything in this video useful, like always, I would highly ask and appreciate it if you could just like our video, subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell to be notified for future webinars, because we do have a whole bunch of them coming your way. Many of them will be live like this one, but we are putting in there now on our channel some uploaded videos as well. Lots of strategies, lots of indicators. So if you are interested in education, correct education, right information, none of that stuff you find a lot of, unfortunately, on internet, on YouTube nowadays, where there's so many videos about this strategy made me €1 million, this one's going to be the best strategy. These ones many times are not as clear as you would like them to be, and not genuine. We don't do that. This is clear, correct information, correct trading. Hopefully you can use this information for your trading to improve and get much better results. All right, all that aside, let's jump in straight away, guys, to the presentation, what we have to show. There will be a part on the live as well, so I can show you on the live account how this works. And there's the title of today's webinar, Trending Strategy for Forex Trading. I'm not going to waste any time on these slides, so let's just jump straight away, go into the action, and take a look at the strategy ingredients, what we're going to be using today. Please share most profitable strategy. Okay, well, this is a very weird question, Ashish, because there is not one best strategy. Every day on the markets is different. There's more volatility, less action going on, and every trader is different. So what might be best for me might be terrible for you. It's always good to be ready to explore, try new stuff until you find what works for you. Once you have a strategy that works, make sure you don't forget it. Keep searching for more, because one day it might work, one day it might not work. Have multiple strategies that you're comfortable using, test it out on your practice account, and then you can always determine and say, okay, it's Wednesday today, last Wednesday I used this, but now things look a bit different, there's more volatility, so I'm going to use the trending strategy today. Maybe the markets are not trending, maybe they're going sideways, so you can use the fractal strategy for that. There's loads of different things always to try. Don't be stuck on one approach, one strategy. Have different ones so you can change with. Let's get into today's one. Strategy ingredients for today. We're going to be using a MACD on the default settings. This is a trend following momentum indicator that shows the relationship between the moving averages of the security's price. Very important. Okay, then second one we're using is the EMA set with 200 periods. This means it's just measuring the last 200 candles of the market. So this is going to give us a very broad understanding of where the market is trending, up or down. It is a type of moving average, MA, that places a greater weight on the significance of the most recent data points. That's the explanation of the EMA, a very, very, very useful indicator that can be used on many different charts, many different strategies, just to show you overall where the trend is. Third one we're going to use for our forex trading, for our take profit and stop loss mainly, is the support and resistance lines. Key psychological levels where the price is expected to retract. Okay, price action always works better for me. Nice, good to hear that, Javine. That's good information they should always use. And let's keep on going. The strategy setup now, this is for short term and long term. The candlestick time frame should be relevant to the trade duration that you're doing. So if you're doing a couple of hours on the trade, then you should be looking more or less at 10, 15 minute candles. If you're doing shorter trades, if you're looking for a trade for around 15, 20, 30 minutes, then it should be lower than that, of course. 2, 3, 5 minute candles should be okay for that. Short candles, always expect around 10, 15 candles until your trade expires based on what you're looking at. First indicator is the MACD on the default setting. Second ingredient indicator is the EMA on 200. And the third one is the take profit stop loss, where we're going to be setting them with our support lines, support and resistance lines. Now we're going to take a look at the MACD, a very useful, very good indicator. It has multiple parts which can confuse some people, but once you can break it down and understand each part what it does, then it becomes a lot more simpler, like everything regarding trading. So the first line we have is the MACD line. This is the blue line, as you can see on the top here. So this one here, the blue line that is zigzagging around the other one, this is the MACD line. The second part is the orange line. This one is the signal line. Again, this one is basically interacting. These are two moving averages that interact with each other more or less, showing switch arounds. That's what we're going to be mainly looking for. But then the third part is the histogram. These red and green bars that get larger and smaller based on how much momentum is going on in the market, how much volatility there is, how much action is going on. So these are going to be useful to see how much money is being pumped into the asset we're trading with. And the fourth part, very important part as well, is the zero line. Right between everything there is a gray, faint little straight line. That is the zero line that determines if it's above or below. It's useful for what we're going to be looking at today, so do not neglect that part. These are the four parts. Once you can break it down and understand what each one does, it is not complicated. Right, now for today's strategy, for what we're looking for, as we're looking at the chart here, the signal line is what we're going to be looking at, the signal line and the MACD line. So when the signal line crosses above the MACD line, the mini trend is turning bearish. Keyword here, mini trend. There's the long trend, there's the short trend. So this is the mini one, the small breakbacks, the pullbacks in the market that go on all the time. So once it turns, once they flip around, it is now turning bearish once the orange line goes above the blue line. Opposite happens here. The MACD line, the blue line, is moving above now the signal line, so the mini trend is turning bullish. And as we can see with the markets as well, right? Once the switch happens, you can see a switch happening down here. Up here, the market starts dropping. Slowly dropping, but then it's a rapid drop. Starts going sideways again, a switch happens, that happens around here somewhere. Slowly, it does start gaining up again. And of course we can see another drop, so what happened? There's another switch around. Another switch happened, and the market starts dropping. So just by itself, this is useful information. You can use this for your trading, whether it's above or below. Of course, you want to clear things up. The more information you have, the better you're using that information, the less risk you have to take in your trading. You might be taking less trades, but there's a much better chance of them being much more successful trades. So it's all about precision. Very important with trading. If you're doing 100 trades and you're getting a 50-50 average, you're not really making much progress. But if you're doing, let's say, 20 trades, but you're getting 80-90% success rate, then of course you're making a lot of progress and you are making much better profits that way. Less time spent doing it, less stress you're going through, and of course, better profits. The holy trinity, if you want. Second thing now we're going to look at here is the histogram. When the bars are getting larger and the MACD line is moving apart from the signal line, momentum is growing. As we can see here on the chart, the lines are moving apart from each other. We can see there's a gulp between them as well, and the histogram is getting bigger as well. These are all good signs now that the momentum is growing. More people are in the buying process of this currency pair, asset, or whatever we're looking at. the opposite here. When the two lines are moving closer together to each other, the bars are getting smaller and smaller, and the signal line is moving closer to the MACD line, momentum is reducing. So this is very good information. Just from looking at this part, you can understand more about the actual market. This is a leading indicator as well, so the information you're getting is kind of progressive. It's showing you where the market is heading in advance, which is great information to have. So this is important part. When they're moving away and the bars are getting bigger, momentum is growing. When the two lines are coming closer together to each other and the bars are getting smaller, possibly turning red like they are here, momentum is slowing down and things are getting less volatile, less momentum going on, less movements going on. Now we're going to take a look at the EMA. So the EMA is when the market is above it, when the price action is above the line, the main trend is bullish. So now this is the main trend. We had already before the mini trend that was with the MACD. Now with the EMA, because it is on 200 as well, we're getting a much better picture of the overall long trend of the market. So as we can see from this side here, market is above the EMA, showing me that the market is in an uptrend, and that is what it's doing. It's pushing up, setting the new highs, high highs and the high lows. There's the previous low, next high is up here, low there, high there, here's a low here, new high, new low, and then it levels out. Once it levels out, we see that was the highest point. Now it's more or less matched it, and it starts reducing back down again. It crosses under. Once it crossed under the line, now the price is showing me that the main trend is turning bearish. Very good information. So just from looking at this, where that line is in the middle of the screen, I can say, okay, it's in an uptrend. Now it's coming close to the line. This might be changing. Once it breaks under the line and stays under the line, I know that the main trend, the overall trend, is now bearish. Super useful information. Just implement an EMA 200 and automatically you know where the trend is. If you see the market just zigzagging along the market action, the price action is sticking on the line, then that means that the market is very indecisive and that's not the best of times to trade. Sooner or later it's going to break into a certain direction. It will start pulling away from that EMA and that will give you a lot more better options. Okay, for our strategy now, how are we going to use it? Well, first thing we're going to look for is, this is for a buy trade, right? So the first thing we're looking at is where the market is comparing to the EMA. So the market price is above the EMA. This is a sign now. Straight away from that, I'm saying, okay, I'm looking for buy trades. Forget sell trades, only buy trades I'm looking for now with this setup. Second thing I want is that what we see on the screen right here, a crossover of the two lines, the MACD line and the signal line to happen underneath the zero line. Very important. It has to be under the zero line. So just remember, over the EMA, under the zero line on the bottom there, these are the two important elements. A crossover to happen on the bottom. That's the second. Once we have that, that's it. We're good to go. We can place our trade in and we go for our buy trade in this example. We have both signals we want. We have the signal from the EMA. We have the signal from the MACD with a crossover under the zero line. And we're golden. We can place our trade in. On this example we see here on the screen, the market does go a little bit sideways for the first couple of candles, whatever candle duration these are, but then there's a lovely big climb. It sets a new high at the peak here. If you had any reason to put that as your take profit, and as we will see on the live part, I will show you the reason too. There's the previous high at this moment, so you could draw a line there. If you are not too greedy, you could put that as your take profit. So you opened your trade here and you close your trade up there somewhere once it reached that point. If you are to be a bit greedy, but in a good way, in a nice way, this is a target you could have achieved by using a something extra little tool. I'll show you a little hack, a little life hack with this trading. I'll show you that one on the live part. Stay tuned. Sell trade. Now for the second part, the sell trade. It's more or less the opposite of before. So the first thing we want to see is the price to be under the EMA. And it is. As I can see here, there's the EMA line on the top. All throughout, the market is underneath it. So this is showing me now that this currency or this asset is under the line. Very important. I know that the overall trend is a downtrend. Second thing I want is the crossover to happen of the signal line and the MACD line. And this has to happen over the zero line. Zero line is in the middle there, as we established before, the little gray line here. So the market has to cross over above that line. And that's it. Once we have it, at this moment here is more or less where the line happens. Let me just draw a line in here more or less. So that's not actually totally accurate there. and somewhere along this candle is where the crossover happens. So if you were to place a trade anywhere along this line, your stop loss realistically would be the previous high. So up there, maybe even a bit higher than that. So on the line, you would say there's your stop loss, and all of that would be potential profit. If you were not to be greedy, that would be your take profit there. If you do use the little trick I'm going to show you later, you could maybe hit this profit there. If you were super greedy, you might even hit that one down there. And I'll show you a little trick how to possibly aim for that and some backup plans for it as well. So right, once you have those two signals, it's very easy. You just go for your trade. You go for a sell trade. I'll show you in the next couple of slides where to put the take profits and stop losses, and hopefully successful trades. So far, this exact thing we mentioned in now would work for binary trading. So if you're a binary trader watching this, you can just use this information to go place your trade with an 8 or 10 candle expiration if you see this crossover happening under the EMA, and hopefully successful trades will be coming out. For Forex traders, because that's what we're looking at for today, there is the extra element. We're going to put in here a support and resistance to establish where we're going to find that take profit and stop loss. So once a trade has been placed, we can now use the support and resistance lines that will be set on the previous, to take profit and stop loss. This will automatically close the position at the desired profit and also protect our position in case the market reverses. Very important. It does happen where the market is in a nice trend, things are looking great, and for whatever reason, maybe an announcement comes out, maybe the market gets spooked a bit, and the market just shifts away from it. So you've had your take profit. If you don't have a take profit stop loss in, you're just hoping the market just keeps on going until you say, you know what, that's it, I'm happy with that profit. It might never get there. You might end up being a bit too greedy, waiting a bit too long, and the next thing you know, you leave your trade open overnight, you check it the next morning, and you see it's just gone totally in the opposite direction, far away from where it was last night, and you're basically just kicking yourself like, why did I not close it last night? Well, the take profit stop loss will do that for you. It will not allow you to extend beyond reach, right? So very good information, very good stuff for Forex traders. Now, as we can see here, right next to my face is a crossover happening, right? This is the thing I wanted to show you. Normally I'd show you the upper part here, that the market is above the EMA, but I'm going to show you that on the next slide because I don't want this to be hidden behind my face. And there is a cross. We can clearly see it. The blue line now is coming above the orange line, and the market is above. So straight away, as I mentioned before, if the market is above the EMA, I'm looking for buy trades. If the market is under the EMA, I'm looking for sell trades. So straight away, I know here I'm looking still for a buy trade. A crossover happens down here under the zero line. So I've got my go signal right now. I've got my signal to place the trade in. And I'm doing exactly that. Now, I just shifted it a little bit forward to bring more information in. It is the same screenshot, just blown up a bit, zoomed in a bit. So what's going on? There we see now here, as I mentioned, the market is above the EMA. I have that signal. I have the crossover that is now hidden behind me, so I can go ahead and put my buy trade in. The take profit. First take profit I can put, or the line, the first resistance I see is the previous high. The previous high point more relevant to me. This one also would be another one. It's a bit closer, but this would be a quite nice take profit. It is reachable. It hasn't been that long ago when the price was up there. It was all the way up here. Drop down, pull back, drop down again, pull back, small one, drop down again, little sideways, and as you can see, setting lower highs and lower lows. So it does show that it's going down, but then it resists breaking the EMA. It doesn't break here. I have the signal underneath as well that it should be reversing back up again. So I have a beautiful opportunity there to go for my trade. The stop loss, I can put my stop loss in along the line here, very close to where I entered my trade. I entered my trade on this candle here, so I'm not taking that big of a risk. If you look at the distance between the bottom of the candle and the line here, things are looking nice. I'm not taking a big risk on this. So that's the profit I'm aiming for, from where the little green candle is where I entered the trade up to the top where I put my take profit. That's a big chunky profit I'm looking for, and that's the risk I'm willing to take for it, right? Look at these two candles on size difference as well. It is measured in the width is more or less relevant to the length of them. So you're taking small risk for big reward. This would be a very good option for a trader who is a little bit aggressive. You are going to be a little bit aggressive for this one. You're taking more or less a 1-to-4 ratio of success. So you're aiming to make or to win 4, and you're going to lose 1 in the process. The red represents 1, the green represents 4. So you're taking a 4-to-1 ratio risk to reward. If you want to do it differently, You can take the second one I mentioned. You can take the second take profit, the closer one with a more relevant, more recent high. So now you're more or less looking at a 2-to-1 ratio. You're willing to lose 1 to gain 2. Not bad at all. Now, there's a third option. Again, there's always options in trading. You can always alter things to your perception of how you want to trade. You could have, if let's say you had $100 more or less, or you wanted to open one lot on this trade, let's say. Instead of opening one lot, you could have split them. So the third option you do is you take both of them. If you were planning to open one lot, don't open one lot. Open 2 half lots. Half a lot on the first one with the big expiration, the big take profit all the way up there, and open a second trade with the smaller take profits closer to it. So if things go well and the market does respect the signals you just got, it's going to pump all the way back up, and you're going to get not only the second trade but the first trade also. You're going to get a 2-to-1 profit, and you're going to get a 4-to-1 profit. In both cases, the stop loss is the same. So if you are if the market is to go against, you are going to lose the certain percentage once the market hits that stop loss you have there. Simple, easy, and very, very nice to see. If this does work for you, hopefully you're going to let me know on the future webinar. Now we're going to go straight to the live account so I can show you an example of this. Wrong way, this way. And I have a nice example ready for you guys here on the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. I put a nice marker in here for me to just not be shuffling around looking for it. First thing first, where is the market, guys? Where is the trend? There's the EMA. Market is down here, so it's showing me it's a downtrend. Very simple, very easy to understand and see here. Market is going down, then it's lifting up, pulling back, dropping, dropping, dropping. Then it's like a very steady drop down to there. Quite nice pullback and a nice drop again. But then all along this time, I'm looking at the lines here. I'm looking at the market above there as well. So what I want to see is, like we said, the crossover to happen above the market is under the EMA. So I want the crossover to happen above the 0 line. And that's what happens right here where I put this little purple line. There is a nice little crossover. Let me just zoom it in more so you can see it nice and clearly. You can see it here, right? The markets do pull away. So on this candle here, on the beginning part more or less of this candle, I would say on the upper part around there is where the market does start crossing. So once you see that cross, that's when you're ready to go. You should be ready to place in your trade. So let me just go to my graphic tools, put lines in as I did prepare them. And right, so that's where you're going to be entering your trade. Let me just get this up here to help me move that one away. Don't need that anymore. And let's get rid of that one as well. Oh, that one. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. So we have our entry point along this line now. So we entered our trade, let's say there. What we're going to do, how am I going to take my take profit stop losses? I'm going to look for the past. Don't forget this part for now because we don't know this came right now. We just entered a trade here. I'm going to look at the previous lows and say, where's the previous low for my take profit? This one or this one? I'm going to go with the second one. I'm going to put my take profit here. It's a little bit ambitious. I'm looking for a nice profit of this amount. I entered my trade on the yellow line, on the white line. Take profit is on the red or green line. And now I'm going to put my stop loss. Stop loss should be something based on this. If you want to take a big risk, you can take that moment up here, the previous high, or something more realistic, something that has been touched many times is this line along here. There's a touch there, another touch. These ones came very close as well. So I'm going to go with that one. There's my stop loss. So risk to reward, it is in my favor. This is the risk I'm taking from there to the orange line. And the reward I'm looking for is from the white line to the green line. Not bad. So far, I have a direction of where I'm going. I entered my trade. I'm expecting and hoping the market to drop down. And I got a take profit and a stop loss in. If I want to be a bit more aggressive, a bit more greedy, I can say, a bit more greedy, want a bit more profit, then here's the little trick I was mentioning. Fibonacci. We have done a video about the Fibonacci's in the past. If you haven't watched them, they are on our channel. Definitely go watch them next. So what you can do, you can draw a Fibonacci in from where the trade was placed until where you put the take profit to the previous low you set. So to do that, it's not hard at all. Let me just get rid of it. Come to my graphic tools, take a Fibonacci. I start from where I placed the trade and draw it down. Actually, it's the other way around. So we're going to do it the other way. 1 second. I'm moving things I shouldn't. All right, so where the market is to my take profit, there it is there. So that's the 100. From the 0, it's going to retrace back up there. On the breakout side with this extension right now, it shows me the 161.8. And it says this down here, this level is the 161.8. So I can just take a graphic tool again, take a horizontal line, draw it in there. Now I don't need the Fibonacci line anymore, so I can remove that. And this is now my second take profit, a more aggressive take profit, a more ambitious take profit. And I can say, okay, you know what? I'm going to take a double risk here. I'm going to split my investment into two. I'm going to put half a lot on the first one with this stop loss up here. So there's my stop loss. There's my first take profit with half a lot. And I do another trade with the same stop loss. And this is my take profit. So half a lot on the first trade, half a lot on the second trade. Now, of course, we know what the market has done here. The trade opened here and it started dropping. 1, 2, 3 candles, 30-minute each candle. So 1.5 hours later, just under 2 hours later, you see the market broke under the first take profit. So this original trade, half a lot, is a winning trade. It starts moving around more or less in this little zone. This is between the 50 and the 100 on the EMA, on the Fibonacci line we drew. This would have made me a bit nervous when the market pulled back up to there. It's quite close to my stop loss, but then in the same 30 minutes, it bombed all the way down here. And that triggered my second one. At this moment, I have won the second trade as well. Temporarily, the market broke underneath. That's enough. It made my profit. Both my trades have closed. And how long was that? We opened here the trade. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 candles later, 7 hours more or less, in the same session. In the same session, this trade closed as well. So this is 2 short day trades. First one within an hour and a half, 2 hours, you won it. Second one, 5 hours later, came in as well. And at that point, that's it. That's what you got. You got a signal with the crossover happening over the EMA, over the MACD zero line, under the EMA, and you have a lovely, lovely winning trade. This is not a signal that comes every couple of minutes. It does take some time for you to get signals with this setup, so it's not the most frequent one, but when it does come, hopefully results will be just like this. Now, another little thing we can always do is save things as templates. So we come to our indicators. Once you have chosen the EMA, so let's say we don't have anything on, let's just take them away. We come first thing first to the moving averages. There they are there, and you type in here 200. That's the periods you're looking for. Default is an SMA, a smooth moving average. We're going to go for the EMA, and you can change it to any color you want, yellow, green, orange. Let's put one yellow one for just for the sake of it now. And that's it. We got that locked in. Make it nice and wide if you want it wider or thinner, and apply it. And there it comes on the screen up there. You have it in. Now we come back to the indicators. You can go to popular, and there is the MACD down there, or you can just come to the search engine and just write in the search for MACD. Once you have it, on default, apply it as it is, and there it is on the bottom of the screen. You have it now to use. Safe little cool little thing again, not to have to implement this every single time. Learn to save things as templates. So you have 2 added. You come here to the indicator templates, write in anything you want. You can put EMA plus MACD, MACD, there you go, and that's it. You just save it, and it will be saved into your templates. Once you have it saved in, there will be on the next line there, templates, and you just come and choose it. Like if you have 3, 4, 5 different setups, you're looking for what to trade today, you can say, okay, this looks nice, it is in a trend. Let's just go with the EMA setup we have, EMA and MACD. Choose it from here, implement it, and automatically it will appear on your page. You don't have to do this every single time when you log in. Okay, right, so that's covering it, guys. That's more or less what we have for today. Do try this little trick, especially the second one with the Fibonacci, if you are comfortable with Fibonacci lines. Once you have the cross, once you have put in your take profit and your take profit down there, do be ready to say, you know what, let's take the second one. Let's take it as well. There was the moment here. We went for our trade on this moment. So you just come graphic tools, you come to the Fibonacci, and you draw where you put the take profit, the original take profit, to where the trade is placed in, and it will show you the 161.8. That can be an extension, like an extra profit you're aiming for. If you are a bit on the greedy side and you want to go for even more, you can see that there's the 261 as well, way down here. This would make it even more ambitious. If you are a very high risk trader, you could even take that one as well. Although I would say 161.8 is a very good enough profit. If in this case you took both of them, you put half a trade on this one, half a trade on that one, you have got yourself a very nice profit. And there's of course not hundreds, but there's tons of other assets you can look at, other currency pairs as well, where hopefully you can find something similar going on to place more trades there. Couple of trades here, couple of trades there, and there you go. You got a nice, successful day. Right, guys, that's for this. Like always, if you did find this information useful, like and subscribe. Ring the notification bell to be notified for more videos. And I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't been watching the chat so much as I was explaining this, focusing what I'm explaining. So hoping that my moderators have been answering questions on the chat. Now is the time where I'm going to answer some as well. So if there are some questions I can find here in the chat, I'll be answering them as well. And like always, let's go back to the full screen. There we go, background and face. And let's see. Let me see some questions. How can I save this video? Can I repeat watch? Yeah, well, you can watch this many times. It is YouTube, so there's no limit to how many things you can watch, how many times you can watch things on YouTube. If you just click the notification bell there, you'll be notified for future webinars on our channel. The subscribe button, it's absolutely free on YouTube to subscribe to a channel, and you can watch this over. It's now broadcasting live, so Mrs. M Sweet, hello from us. And if you want to watch us many more times, you definitely can. Sometimes bid and ask price is too different. Well, markets are the markets, Masawi. It depends on what conditions are. There might be some big announcements going on. That is an exception, though. Under normal circumstances, it shouldn't be so far apart. I mean, where are we looking right now? If we're looking at the AUD and the New Zealand dollar, that's the spread we're looking at here, 3.9. There's other currency pairs, of course, that are more preferred. 1.7 is the spread on this one, 2.1 USD CAD, 1.2 USD JPY. That's very low. Where's the Euro USD? Normally that one's pretty low. AUD JPY. It depends on the market conditions as well, right? So AUD USD is low, 1.4. So this depends. There you go. Euro GBP 1.3. And there's the USD under 1, right? Under 1 is the spread. That is not bad. That is not bad. Especially if you're going to do a longish trade, you should be more than fine there. So, yeah, it is what it is, guys. I mean, you're not going to find a massive difference. Broker to broker, market conditions, it is more or less the same thing. And IQOption tries to have competitive with all the other brokers as well out there. So, there's not much we can do about that. We can't give it with no spread. Then we won't have money to keep the lights on and the camera rolling. Okay, so thank you. This video is awesome. Will subscribe to your channel. Thank you. And tell all your friends as well. If you have more friends trading and want good information, not bogus information to just waste your guys' time and money, this is the place to come for videos. I'm not seeing suggestions though, guys. I'm seeing questions, which I'm happy, but I'm not seeing any suggestions of what you want to see next. Is there any indicator you tried, didn't understand, and you want like some extra help with it? Let me know in the chat, the comment section as well. Once this video leaves the live, it will be available on our channel, and you can write a comment on the subscription underneath on the description below. Any comment you have, any suggestion you have, what you want to see next. In December, we're going to have quite a few webinars coming up live and uploads about strategies, Bollinger Bands, RSI. We've got a combination of both of them, how to use them both. And let's see a couple more questions now. Yes, I personally like IQOption, although I lost money here. Oh, I'm sorry to see that, Mr. Prince. Like everyone, I think most traders, unfortunately, myself included in this bunch, when I first started trading, I had very little information about correct trading. My brother who got me in to trading did not really explain to me well enough. He barely knew what he was doing. And I started off really aggressively, very roughly, barely knowing what the Bollinger Bands were doing. And I started losing. It took me a couple of years to realize that the information I had was absolutely wrong. And that's when I started changing things around, trading a lot better with money management, not taking big risks. And in the beginning, the first years, it was more like winning back the losses I had made in the past. But it's different, right? It's like you're a professional versus a rookie. And like everything, this is not easy. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say trading is the easiest thing in the world. It's just like a free money. It's not. If you ever see anyone saying that, then just click off that video or ignore that person. It's not easy. It is difficult. That's why not everyone can do this. So you have to learn, you have to focus, you have to be using your indicators, using your money management, using the strategies, and you are going to still have losses. Every now and then, you are going to lose a trade or two. It's all about being more successful, having more winning trades than losing trades, getting back those losses that you had in the early days, and then just keeping it going and going further and further. Please make a video about moving averages. Nice one. Well, Kabi, we do have one video on moving averages. I think it was the How Indicators Work Part 2 is one which is solely dedicated to moving averages. So you can definitely check that one out. But we might make just a short video explaining in high detail where to find the moving averages, where to implement them. That's something that me and my colleague have been looking at already and doing. So that might be coming in again in the new year. But we have December planned already. But yeah, lovely suggestion. Thank you for that one. Hi, can you teach the zigzag indicator? Nice one. Kimone, that is one going in my notebook. I'm going to write that one down. Zigzag indicator is one that we'll be looking to bring to you guys. This strategy is good. Take profit 1 to 1, 1 to half, 64 profit. Nice, Alexander. Excellent. Very good to hear. I'm glad you like it. If you're using it on binary as well, let us know as well, because we did do the binary one and I remember you were watching it, Alexander. So if you do binary trading as well, let me know if that one worked for you. Okay, zigzag indicator video. I see it. We're going to hopefully do that one for you guys. Okay, good suggestion. My moderators agree as well. What's the time now? 36 minutes going up. So we should be more or less calling it right now. There will be Indonesian webinar coming up next on Tuesday. If you do speak Indonesian, definitely click the notification bell to be notified for that video. If you're new to trading, if you don't have an account with us, there is going to be a description in the a link in the description below once it leaves the live, and you can just go ahead, make an account there, absolutely free of charge. Upon creating your account, you have your practice account. You use that to practice, gain experience, gain skills. Once you see that you're working well on your practice account and you're ready, you can make a deposit in your real account and start your trading. So link to the account is in the description below once this leaves the live. Use it wisely. Hopefully you will be asking questions in the next webinar as well, so I can help you personally. All right, guys. I think that covers everything. Like I said, next Tuesday is the Indonesian webinar. After that, we might have a couple of uploaded videos coming your way, so make sure you watch those ones. There will be a Bollinger Band video I think we'll be uploading soon. And then we have RSI and Bollingers coming in December. And I think we also might have a mashup kind of a video. What happened in 2022? What were the big movers? And platform walkthrough. If you're not familiar with our platform in December, we are going to be taking a look at the platform, explaining everything we see on the screen, from how to choose assets, how to trade, where to find this, where to find that, where to change settings. So if you're not familiar with our platform, stay tuned. We are going to be showing it to you in a very soon upcoming webinar. Right, guys, I think I'm covered everything. I hope you found this useful. I hope you have some good days with your trading, good success coming up. We are now in the middle part of the month. We had the NFP already. Things are stabilizing. Next month is December. December should start slowing down. There are big things happening as well. Elon Musk is Elon Musk. He bought Twitter. There's all kind of chaos going on with that. Lefties are not very happy with that. All the changes coming with that one. Bitcoin on its heels again, dropped under 20,000 again, so that's not really promising for cryptos. Tesla might be moving again. Elon Musk is in the news, and Tesla is Elon Musk's baby, more or less. So that is one thing to look at if you are a forex trader. Stock trader, not forex trader, stock trader. And yeah, guys, that's it. Have a lovely day. Have a great weekend coming up, and I look forward to see you guys all on the next webinar. Have a lovely time. All the best. Bye, guys.